This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. And in the news for January 19, 2023, man wanted for murder in Yucatan. The Spanish Town Police in St. Catherine are seeking to locate a man who is wanted in relation to a murder committed in Roadside District, Yucatan yesterday. Being sought is Conron Johnson, otherwise called Con or Chroma, who the police say is armed and dangerous. The police say he is wanted in the death of 28-year-old Clayton Turner. The incident happened about 4:30 a.m. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is urged to call the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305, Crime Stop at 311, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Hanover police hunt man alleged to have killed uncle. The Hanover police have launched a manhunt for a suspect who reportedly shot his uncle to death with an illegal firearm in a land dispute at their home in Forest District earlier last week. The deceased has been identified as 51-year-old Dwight Briggy Levy, a mason. Reports by the Ramble police are that Levy was alleged to have been killed by his nephew last Wednesday afternoon after ordering him to remove a cow off his property. Family members told the news that shortly after 4 p.m., Levy went to move his cows off the property when he was attacked and allegedly shot to death by the suspect. Levy's common-law widow, Gloria Watt, was still in denial that her spouse had been killed. She said Levy was a peacemaker who never got himself mixed up in wrongdoing. "Oh God, him don't trouble people. Him go work, him come back. Him is a hard-working young man, and I miss him a lot, so I don't think I'm going to find anybody else who treat me like him," Watt said. The grieving widow said that on the day of the incident, she had just left the company of Levy to see about his dinner when she received a call from a community member that he had been gunned down by his nephew. "Him there work, and when him come in, we go round there and him tell me that he was going to move the cow from where him tie, because him not tie a good place," Watt stated. "Me say to him, say, come on, nobody go round there. But him say no, him have to go look for the cow and me must go cook meanwhile." The distraught woman related that Levy and the two nephews have been involved in a conflict over ownership of the family land for some time now. She said that the couple was forced to make a report at the Ramble police station later last year after the accused allegedly threatened them. The Hanover police said that McCollum has been on their radar ever since he returned from prison, where he served a time on gun-related conviction. He managed to elude the police on Tuesday during an operation carried out in the community to apprehend him, a senior officer who requested anonymity said. Levy is the first person to be killed in Hanover since the start of the year. Hanover recorded 44 murders in 2022. $60 million fraud probe at Knox Community College. Even as a major fraud investigation is ongoing at Knox Community College in Clarendon, reliable sources say at least 5 staff members have been sent on leave pending completion of the probe. An authoritative source says the fraud could amount to $60 million taken from 2 bank accounts. Chairman of the school board, Dunbar McFarlane, Principal Dr. Davia Ramjeet, and the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitzbailey, were tight-lipped on Wednesday as to the exact amount allegedly defrauded from the school's accounts. A highly placed source told the news on Tuesday that the alleged fraud was discovered last week at a retreat held to plan activities for the new calendar year. The source said $50 million was discovered missing from one account, and then it was picked up that another $10 million had gone missing from another account. The source said the alleged fraud was done by falsifying checks. What apparently happened is that it was picked up that the accounts should have had more money. For example, the board makes a decision to give somebody that is sick $100,000 from an account, and the money was paid over to the person, the source said. Another check was written to the same person for $630,000, but the person didn't get it, the source added. Board Chair McFarlane told the news that he could only confirm that there was a problem. DCP Bailey meanwhile confirmed that the police were looking into the matter. The Knox Community College main campus is a part of the Knox complex of schools located in Spalding, Clarendon. The community college also has campuses in Mandeville, Cobbler, and Maypen. A statement from the school, which has the principal's name affixed, said certain irregularities involving the falsification of a number of checks issued by the college were discovered. The discovery was prompted by a recent call from our bankers seeking to verify 3 checks presented to them on the day, 3 checks with numbers coinciding with ones issued by the college, but apparently altered to reflect greater amounts. Subsequent internal checks revealed that other check had in fact been paid previously, the statement read in part. The school said it then reported the matter to the authorities. The matter has been reported to our Board of Management, our auditors, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Crime and the Security Portfolio, the Ministry of Education and Youth, the General Secretary of the United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, as well as our bankers' NCB Fraud Prevention Unit, the statement said. Regarding reports that at least 5 people were sent on leave, Knox Community College in its statement said the matter is now under full investigation by the relevant authorities, and in the meantime, several staff of the accounts department have been placed on administrative leave. Contingency measures have been put in place to ensure business continuity. Curfew imposed in sections of Denham Town extended. The 72-hour curfew that was imposed in sections of the Kingston Western Police Division on Sunday has been extended according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In a statement on Wednesday, the JCF noted that the curfew extension will run from 6 p.m. on Wednesday, January 18 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, January 21. The boundaries of the curfew include Racecourse Lane, Blunt Street, from the intersection of Little King Street, traveling to the fence line, forming of the Golden Heights housing development, and the northern and eastern sections of Racecourse Lane, traveling south along the paved gully and continuing to the intersection of Williams Street and Upper Rose Lane. Additionally, the curfew includes Rose Lane from the intersection of Williams Street, continuing south along Rose Lane to the intersection of Beeston Street and Rose Street, continuing west along Beeston Street to the intersection of Spanish Town Road, and southwest along Spanish Town Road to Little King Street, and along Little King Street from Spanish Town Road to the intersection of Racecourse Lane, Blunt Street. The curfew excludes the Denham Town High School and the Denham Town Police Station. The police are reminding the public that during the hours of the curfew, all persons within their boundaries of the curfew are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized in writing by the ground commander. FSC says immediate action was taken in relation to fraud at SSL. The Financial Services Commission says it took immediate action when it became aware of fraudulent activity at the Stocks and the Securities Limited. Everton McFarlane, Executive Director of the Commission, told a press conference on Wednesday that the ladder of measures available to the Commission were engaged after it learned of the despicable act of dishonesty. Mr. McFarlane said that the oversight body received a letter from SSL on January 10 advising that a manager had committed fraud. He said on January 11, the FSC received the independent reports of the fraud, and after the information was assessed as being credible, the relevant law enforcement agencies were contacted.
A quick response that was aimed at A, preserving the value and quality of the company's assets for the benefit of all clients, allowing the company where necessary to continue to conduct its business with its clients and other counterparties, but against a background where its clients and counterparties could be assured that there was a heightened level of due diligence, albeit with the FSC's involvement. And importantly, the response was aimed at providing the FSC with a mechanism to have daily and indeed intra-daily insight into the affairs of the entity, which would assist us and the entity in managing itself concurrent with the investigations. Are investors' monies safe? To the knowledge of the FSC, this level of fraud has never happened before. Employee theft is a risk all businesses face and is a risk that businesses for the most part and in particular financial institutions take very seriously. But from time to time, as we are all aware, internal controls and security arrangements are breached. In the vast majority of cases that we are aware of, such breaches are detected in a manner so as to limit the scale. They have evolved over time with technology and with the evolution of the dealer's own businesses. This despicable act of dishonesty by an employee at SSL, and possibly with collaborators, we believe cannot be taken as symptomatic of the risk for the entire industry. We encourage securities dealers to immediately take steps to reassess their existing internal controls. For example, know your employee policies and procedures, levels of authorizations and firewalls between the front, middle, and back offices, and IT security protocols, among other areas of their operations. Investments will always be subject to various financial risk and rewards, but we believe that in general, the industry is robust to serious fraud, and we will be seeking to strengthen how we identify and rectify those cases where fraud controls are relatively weak.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.